Hi there, I'm April King with April King Coaching, and I want to talk to you about catering. So, if you are a caterer or in the catering business, I'm going to tell you why branding is so important. So, what is branding? Branding, when you think of branding, you think of logos, you think of marketing your business, you think of anything that lets consumers know what business the food came from, right? So I was coaching some restaurant professionals one time, and they served catering in their restaurants. They had about 5 restaurants that they were over in the group, and we were kind of talking with the business owners and some leaders over those 5 restaurants, and I had catering brought in for lunch. And so what I did was, everybody got their lunch, fixed their plate, fixed their drinks. We talked over lunch. Afterward, we kind of cleaned up. And then as soon as we put the items away, I asked all of the business owners and leaders, well, what did you think of lunch? And they were like, wow, that was really good. I think it was, at the time, barbecue. So I'm like, how did you feel about the pulled pork barbecue, baked beans, potato salad? And they said, oh, that was all really, really good. And I said, okay, if you were going to have another business meeting in this area, is that something that you might recommend to somebody to order? And they were like, yeah, I probably would. And I'm like, okay, well, where was it from? Nobody knew. And I'll tell you the reason that they didn't know is because the catering business that brought us our lunch brought us, the pulled pork and baked beans and all that in the little full, tins, and none of them were branded. And they brought them in like big paper grocery bags, and none of those were branded. And we got like gallons of tea, and those weren't branded. And we got styrofoam cups, and those weren't branded. And so the food was good, but there was nothing memorable about it. Nobody knew where we got the food. So I ran, catering businesses before, and like I said, a lot of people say, well, I can't afford, the branded to-go cups. They're a lot more expensive, or I can't, afford, branding on my bags. Those are more expensive. And there are some other options, that are less expensive. But whether you're putting a sticker on the bag, or putting menus out with your catering, whatever it is, you have got to let your customers know where they got food from. And the only way that they're going to be able to do that, is to see it, and that's going to kind of burn in their memory. That's going to kind of make them ask questions. If they're looking around and they see a menu on the, that's left on the table with the catering, then they're going to be like, hey, that was really good. I'm going to take a picture of that in case I have a meeting. Or, maybe they just kind of think something about your logo. Well, that's interesting. That's a barbecue place that's got a pig on it, and then if they Google your place later, they may recognize that logo and be like, oh yeah, that's where we had that barbecue that one time. That was really good. How about I called them for the meeting? But if you are in a business where people are not coming to your establishment, where they don't see the logo on the restaurant door, if they don't see the logo on the building, if they're not driving to your place, you want them to know where they got the food from. So I used to go set up catering. I would put, logoed balloons where I left the food. I would put stickers on the bags. I would leave to-go menus on the table. I would have, just, even if they weren't expensive, I would leave something there. It could be a flyer, it could be a business card. I would leave catering menus on the table so that if somebody said, hey man, this was some really good catering for our meeting, I'm having a meeting next week. I would like to call, and they could pick up a catering menu and take it home with them. And then they have your information. They have your menu. So if you're in the catering business, like I said, that's definitely one of those areas where you have got to let people know who brought the food so that they don't just walk away thinking, man, that was good food. They think, man, that was good food from your business, and they need to know where your business is. And that's the difference a lot of times between national chains and mom and pops. And a lot of times, like I said, the thinking behind it is, well, I can't afford it. It's more expensive. Do the cost analysis, figure up your menu prices with those things in place, and have it. Set yourself apart from the competition. Don't just be known for having good food. Be known, for who you are that's providing the good food so that people can get back in touch. Um, just so important in the catering business. And then, even for the cups for restaurants, that's something that I kind of go back to. If somebody goes to your place for lunch and they, get something to drink, they go back to the office, they sit that cup on their desk, they have, 10 other people in the office that are walking, back and forth beside that desk, they see that cup, they see that logo, they think, oh man, that sounds good, maybe we'll have that for dinner tonight. And the whole reason that the idea was sparked was because they saw your logo, they saw your branding there in the office. If you truly can't afford, the customized cups, like I said, there's other options. I've seen operators, put the stickers that may be a little bit less expensive on their stuff. Offer for business owners or people picking up lunch, hey, would you like some, to-go menus to keep at your office, just so you'll have it. You want other people to be able to walk by somebody's desk, to walk by an event, at a party, anything that's going on, and see and recognize what it is that you have to offer and to be able to get back in touch with you. So just think about it next time you set up a catering event. Step back, look at what you've set up, and then just think, okay, if they're going to have 50 people here, or 20 people, doesn't matter. If I was somebody that was coming in to eat this, as a guest, and I looked at the setup that I had, would they know where it came from? Would they be able to get back with me? Would they be able to locate it? And if the answer is no, then you have some work to do. And like I said, if you want to work with me on ideas, then, that's kind of what I'm here for. I have all kinds of, ideas. That's kind of my thing. I'm an out-of-the-box thinker. I definitely come up with probably way more ideas than anybody would be able to implement, but they have worked. You can Google search it, look and see what other successful caterers are doing. And if this was helpful, definitely check back here for more videos and tips, because I will be helping you each week. Have a great day.